Are you up for some meditation and relaxation? Then this is the video for you. We're back at the camp on a very cool evening, and we're going to do a winter camp cookout with the cast iron pan and another pot and a nice little campfire. Welcome. The skies have been cloudy for days, and the air so cold and crisp. There's frost amongst the trees that hasn't disappeared for a couple of weeks now. And when you get that evening that warms up 10 degrees from minus 26, you take advantage of it. And here I am, out at camp, doing a winter cookout and enjoying the nature and wildlife around me. Hey everybody, back at the camp on a cool, beautiful winter evening, enjoying a fire and a cookout, some beef stew in the cast iron going, and those veggies getting ready. Gonna do up a nice little gravy broth in there, and it's gonna be good. Warming up after a long day as the sun sets. Let's start from the beginning and see how we got to here. You'll recall from my live video about the joke about breadcrumb soup. Well, I'm using my breadcrumb this trip. And you'll notice that from the last warm spell we had before this cold snap, the snow went down quite a bit. But it's stayed pretty steady because it's been so cold and frozen and crust on top. We're expecting more as it warms up after this cold snap. It's been pretty cool and encouraging. This is the first year I noticed there are 3 male grouse going around. So those hens are going to have a lot more babies this year and help with the population. Now I know everyone doesn't like onions, but I'll tell you how I got my taste for them, and that was growing up. We always had onions to flavor our wild venison or the fish from the ocean. We lived a lot off the land to supplement the food supply, and I surely did enjoy it. And I remember those times I would share steak from the wild game with my dad with a nice bed of onions. Oh, those were the good days. Got some beef, pre-cubed, adding some garlic and some onions, spices. Now let that frazzle up so it's got a nice base to it for the stew. Even with several stacks of wood and sand in the bottom, you can still hear that snow sizzling along with the pan. Don't want to rush it. It's on a very slow simmer. Let that soak while I enjoy the company of nature in my little forest. You can always count on a squirrel or the birds, even a grouse, to wander through. You'll recall from my last video the crossbills. Well, they've been really in the spruce trees, knocking those buds to the ground after they get the seeds out. Sometimes you'll see a little more smoke from the fire when I add the poplar or the willows. Don't forget to check your subscription. You may think you're subscribed, but you may not be. It's been mighty cold the last couple of weeks. In the minus 25s, steady, cooler at night, lots of frost. So when you have an evening that warms up to minus 16. You got to take advantage of it. The darker it gets, the more beautiful the embers are from the fire. Their colors start to shine. North cold, you layer up, shirt after shirt, pants, double up the socks. Be ready. Very difficult to sneak up on any wildlife with the sounds the snow is making lately. It's great on any trails that you've already packed. You can go anywhere, but they still can hear you. No, I didn't carry in my cast iron to camp. I took it out the last time I used it. So I'll just stick with my little camp pot, and hopefully I'll be able to stuff it all in there, and we'll have some leftovers. When you're making anything outdoors, you may as well make it a big batch so you got the leftovers for later. This time, I'm not going to forget the flour. I brought a little stew packet of gravy, and we'll just give that a shake in our water bottle later to help thicken up that stew. I just love saving the spaghetti containers if you ever buy any sauce once in a while. You got the measurements marked on the side. They're thick. They're very good glasses. It's very easy to want to hoard things when you live off-grid because you look at the practical uses of things and you're thinking, oh, I can use that for this and I can do that with that. So you have to kind of be careful and after a while declutter. It's a good way to barter. That way you always have extra things on hand and somebody else might need or use, and you can get other things with it that you don't have. There's something so soothing and relaxing about an outdoor fire. When you slow down the pace, you get to take in all the beauty of the forest around you and nature and sounds. It even adds to the bonus of the good food. Now, if only I was better targeted with my flour there, but somebody will get that. Give it a nice shake, mix it up really good. Looks like I got some smoke on my little phone case. When you're out here in the bush, you're just winging it. As long as it tastes good, that's all that matters. In classic Connie style, it wouldn't be cooking outdoors if she didn't tap her spoon or fill it to the brim. Right to the brim. While that's brewing, time to do a little tidy up. Take out whatever you used. Don't want to leave stuff around to attract bears later on when they wake up in March. Maybe April, more than likely. Of course, that's the black bear. The grizzlies, they won't be long. With all the snow around, it's quite easy to make some water and wash out your pan. It actually acts like Comet when you first put it in. Get all that cleaned up. A lot of people that stay in long camps always have a place that they can put their food scraps and juices. Usually transcend down under the ashes and burn them so that they don't linger the smell around and attractants. Believe it or not, as each day passes, the days are getting longer. You'll recall from my post I saw my first weasel. Pretty stoked about that. Let's get some more coals back under my rack so we can make sure that that stew is on a steady brew. I love that when it gets down to those red coals and the embers. You want to check back on my wildlife videos, you'll see lots of bears in different shenanigans. Even after the fire has burned for hours, it's still solidly frozen outside the rocks. You can see as I tap it how hard it actually is. You can hear that bubbling and it sure does smell good. I'm going to test one of those veggies and see how tender it is. Depends on how you like it. Sometimes I like mine with just a little bit of a crunch to it, not soggy. Now when you heat the leftovers, you're going to get an even more tender base, and that's the time that it gets really good. Now, instead of going totally cave woman style and going right to the pot, I'll just transform my Casca into a little bowl, even though it's just meant for drinking. It'll do the trick. One scoop at a time. Everything is a little slippery, so just got to get everything set up so we don't have a big spill. One scoop at a time. And then, when we're done getting that filled up, we'll pour some nice gravy from the stew over top. Fill it to the brim. Yum. If you're new here and you like this type of video, let me know in the comments below. I really would appreciate connecting with you. Thanks. Now, the most enjoyable part. Just sit, chillax, enjoy my stew. Got a little piece of pita bread that I'm going to dip in there and enjoy as the sunset comes and the calmness remains. Just love that turnip and carrot in there. That's a wrap. Catch y'all later, guys. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you for joining me.